So DKOldies sent us a replacement DS for that one from a few weeks back that had some problems. And in this video, we're going to open it up, see what it looks like, see what condition it's in, and see if it's actually like refurbished and in working order this time. All right, so you probably got two questions right off the bat. First of all, who the heck is this guy? This isn't Jacob. I'm Danny the editor. Nice to meet you. In case it's your first time seeing me, I've been in a few videos now, but I figured it'd actually be a good idea for me to do this video. First off, second channel, you know, let's have some fun. Let's do something different. I'll do the video for once. Also, I'm actually the one who's been, for the past while now, we've been getting DKOldies orders for a few different addresses. You know, we're playing the sneaky game with it, but I did a few, and this is one of them. This DS is an order I placed, so I did the return and everything. So it would only make sense that, hey, why not try doing the unboxing myself and see how it goes? And then the other question you probably have is like, which DS was this? This was the one, if you remember, we did that video with two DS Lites, the Guitar Hero one and a white one. And the white one had some weird color issues where like the top screen had some discoloration on it and both screens had some dimness going on. They weren't getting up to the peak brightness that they should be getting to. Now, immediately what's interesting about this, right, is DKOldies customer service, right? We talked about this in the past. It's come up a few times. Notably, the last time it was really a big deal was when we had to get that refurbished PS3, the Desert PS3. We sent that back. They sent us a refurbished console back, and it was like okay, but clearly wasn't open or refurbished. Now, the thing about that is that the customer service on their end, it really is very good. That is the one good thing about DKOldies compared to other companies that we've seen. When I emailed them about the issues we were having with that DS Lite, they pretty much instantly got back with the replacement one that I have here. They sent me the tracking info for that before they even replied to my email. So their customer service really is very good. They really they don't ask any questions. They just, you know, they honor all return requests or replacement requests. And that part of them is pretty good. I've encountered other issues with them, but that's a story for another time. But this is actually like pretty nice. They did ask me ultimately, I'll show the email on screen. They did ask me ultimately like, hey, what was the problem exactly? I didn't get back to it just because it was hard to even capture on camera. It honestly would be easier for them if they just saw it in person. It's very obvious when you compare it to another DS what the problem is, but you know, if you're inexperienced and maybe it was like the only DS you had around, maybe you wouldn't realize what the issue was. But like, you're supposed to be DKOldies getting a crap ton of consoles in, you probably see a bunch of DS Lites, you'd think you would notice a problem pretty quickly, but you know, we'll let them go this time. Let's go ahead and open the box up and see what they sent us. All right, I got the box cut open. Let's go ahead and see what we got in here. All right, we got two things here, just a little piece of paper that says what they threw in the box, and then I have a return label here that I won't show the address for, obviously, but this is what I will end up putting on the box that the original DS came in. I'll just slap that on and send it back to them. All right, getting to the meat of this thing. We got power supply or charger, whatever you want to call it. You know, I always love that they don't like tape their bubble wrap. If you didn't know, I'm actually the one who usually ships out the orders from Jacob's website. So if you order anything from him, it's 9 times out of 10, I'm the one packing and shipping it. And I don't know, as an unboxing experience, I just don't think it's very fun to get, you know, loose bubble wrap that's not taped at all. I don't know. I just like that Christmas experience of opening packages up. So that's just me personally, and I try to give that experience to you guys when you buy from Jacob. But hey, maybe that's just me. But anyway, it looks like a actual OEM charger. I don't see any reason to think that it's like a third-party one or anything. And then of course we have the console itself. There was nothing else in the box. Let's go ahead and unwrap it. Yeah, once again, no tape. Gotta love that. All right, I have the DS here. First impressions, it's not too bad. It's a little yellow. It makes me laugh every time. The DKOldies warranty sticker. It's a little yellow, and immediately I can tell the hinge is a little not great, because it's like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of already opening up on me. Usually the DS Lites kind of stay closed relatively nice. Before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Guitar Hero DS. I already have the other white one packaged up, so I can get that going, but I'm going to grab the Guitar Hero one just so we have like a reference point, because that one, the screens on it and everything on it was pretty average, I would say. Anyways, here on the top, it looks fine. Just a bit of scratching, some fingerprints, all that kind of stuff. The main thing is just that it's yellow. You can see it's pretty yellow here on the shoulder buttons especially, but it's not too bad. It's really not the end of the world. Stylus is OEM and is in okay condition. Actually, that's kind of shocking. Let's see what the dust cover looks like. Looks fine to me. I don't see anything that's like immediately noteworthy about it. Got a bit of a crack right there, a few little marks right there, so it was probably kind of dropped right there at some point, or just kind of hit right there. These things are really very fragile, so it doesn't surprise me that it got a bit of bit beat up over time, but really this, for a white DS Lite, this is not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and open it up, see what we got going on in here. Doesn't look too bad. Let me give it a closer look. Yeah, it actually looks pretty solid in here. Screens, you probably won't be able to see that on camera, but the screens have bit of scratching, bit of smudginess on them, but really, like, I don't know if I would call this like good condition, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of these white DS Lites really just look like this over time, but this seems decent. I wouldn't be disappointed. Like, just first impression, I would not be disappointed. Now, maybe for like the $120 or whatever he originally paid for this console, I would be a little more disappointed in this condition, but I don't know. It's not anything like significantly below average for a white DS Lite. The hinge though is like really weird. It kind of feels like it was replaced. So first off, you might be able to kind of see that there, right? Like, that's a lot of wobble, a lot of play in that. I mean, again, there's usually a little bit of play, and actually the Guitar Hero DS Lite kind of has a similar level of play, but this one feels much more sturdy, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna like move on me. And just listen to like the sound. I would say that's, you know, average for a DS Lite. This one's really weird. It sounds like I'm cracking a bone. That's pretty rough. So it kind of feels like it was maybe replaced, which isn't inherently an issue. It does stay in place. It really wants to wobble around. First impression of the buttons, they feel fine. Nothing stands out about them. They all feel pretty clicky and responsive. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on. It does have power. Nice. Looks like it was factory reset. I'm going to go ahead and do the setup stuff and give it a good first impression, good test with the touchscreen and everything, go through, make sure everything's working the way you would expect. So obviously the first and most important thing we want to check out here are the screens. And I will say, like, right off the bat, it kind of is giving me similar vibes to the other one. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it just looks darker, and there's something different about it where it's got like a hint of pinkness to it, like pink or just like different colors to it than this one. This one just looks crisp and clear and pretty bright, and this one just doesn't look the same. It almost makes me wonder, like, is this like a model issue? Like, did different models of the DS Lite have different screens in them or something? So I can't really see the exact model number because it seems to have come off at some point on the white one, as opposed to this Guitar Hero one. You can see the exact like barcode model number right there. But they both, you know, in the writing here and here, they both seem to be the same baseline model of DS Lite. There might be some variation, but I don't see like a manufacturer date on there or anything that would indicate, like, you know, the Guitar Hero one is like significantly newer or something than the DS Lite. It is possible, though, that all these white DS Lites maybe just have this problem. Now, even then, this DS Lite here, the white one, doesn't look as bad as the original one they sent us, because the discoloration isn't really there. It's more just like there's kind of shades that are different, and the color isn't like consistent across the whole screen on this white DS Lite. It must just have like a different screen in it than maybe the other models of DS Lite, or maybe this white one and the other white one just have the similar issue with it. But I don't know. Either way, this one does definitely look better than the old one. So I'm not really sure what to make of this. Let me know in the comments if you guys know any more information about these different types of screens and stuff, or if you guys have noticed anything that I'm seeing here with the white DS Lite, or maybe the early model DS Lites in general. Let's go ahead and test the game. Let's make sure it goes in the slot properly. Ooh, that was crunchy. What the? Hold on. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let me put that up against the mic. Oh, let me just make sure I'm not crazy. I'm gonna put it in the Guitar Hero one. Hold on. That's what a normal cartridge slot would feel like, I would think. Oh, yeah, that's crunchy. It kind of sounds like it's like hitting up against something, but I don't know. I guess as long as it reads the game, it's fine, but that does not sound right to me. There it is. It showed up no problem. Let's go ahead and play. Man, this takes me back. I haven't played this game in years. This is definitely the game I played the most when I was a kid with my DS. Yeah, it seems to be working perfectly fine. No issues to really note of. All the buttons seem to be functioning the way you would think they would. Let's go ahead and try out a Game Boy Advance game. Now I'm kind of curious if this one's going to make a weird sound too. Nope, that was normal. Oh, I just noticed too, like, I don't know if I saw this earlier. I don't think I did, but there's a, let me see if it can show up in the camera. But there's a crack next to the right shoulder button. You might see that there. And there's another one kind of on the side. Yeah, the corner right there. Yeah, you can definitely see that. All right. It's not the end of the world, but again, for a $120 DS Lite, you would really think that, you'd be getting a better conditioned console, but you can't win them all, I guess, with DKOldies. Game popped up, no problem. All right, the game seems to be working just fine. Let's go ahead and shut it off. Let's go ahead and open the console up and see just how dirty this thing is on the inside, because, I don't know, man, the outside first impressions are not so solid. Oh, yeah. Goopy. Got the battery cover open. Let's go ahead and pop this off. And it looks like an OEM battery. Yep, definitely OEM. I don't really see any signs of swelling or anything. I'm really not sure if an OEM battery at this point from a DS Lite is a good thing. I don't know how old these are or how long they're really meant to last, but it is there. All right, pretty sure I got all the screws out. Let's go ahead and pop it open. All right, I got it off. Let's go ahead and look at the back side of this, and I'll say it looks pretty solid. I mean, I see some gunk right there that should probably be cleaned off, but really there's not too much to write home about. It looks pretty decent here, actually. And then the board here actually looks really good, I'd say. Again, there's definitely some things that probably should be wiped off. Like, I don't know if these fingerprints on those definitely would come off if you wiped them down, but so those should probably come off. And there's definitely some, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's definitely some gunk all along the edges, like there tends to be on these portable consoles, that probably should have been wiped off if it was open. So I don't know if they opened it, cleaned it. If they opened and cleaned it, they definitely didn't do a great job. At this point, I could probably open it up a little farther to see, like, if I could figure out what's going on with the cartridge slot reader or the hinges or whatever, but I think this is more than enough to prove that they really didn't do much of anything to this DS. Oh, I'm actually just now noticing too, I think this is somewhat common with DSs, but you can kind of see that there's a bit of a bend as well to the top portion here. Especially right here, it looks like there's a pretty significant bend in the casing. So that might be the source of our issues here with the cartridge slot or the hinge and whatnot. I'm not really sure though, but either way, I think that's going to do it for this video. Is it worth the price? Definitely not. We've definitely established that. But it is worth cleaning up, and we'll have it listed on the site by the time you guys see this video. So if you're interested in picking this up, we will have it likely for a much better price than what we bought it for. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. You may or may not see more of me. This is kind of a special little one-off thing we're trying out. If you really want to see me do more out there consoles, maybe consoles that don't belong on the main channel, maybe I'll live here on the second channel for a little while. Make sure to let me know if you don't hate my voice or anything significant like that. I mean, if you do hate my voice, I mean, I'll only take it a little bit personally and cry a little in the corner, but I'll get over it, probably. So make sure to be honest in the comments and don't let that dissuade you. Be as mean as possible. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I may or may not see you next time.